Hello, hello. Hey friends, Svava Brooks here. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Hey, my name is Svava Brooks. I'm abuse survivor coach, and I love to hang out here Tuesdays and Thursdays with my fellow survivor thrivers as we work on releasing our authentic self. Hey Rob, my friend from UK, how are you doing, my friend? So if you're here live with us, please say hello. Please let us know that you're here so we can welcome you and celebrate you. Quickly here, you can get a copy of my book on Amazon or Kindle. And if you'd like to join our conversation in the tribe, please check it out. Send me a message or go visit my website, svavabrooks.com, and you can learn more about what we're up to. Healing from childhood trauma is hard enough and tends to isolate us. So why not find a safe place, a community that can love, support you, hear you, see you, validate you, right? Because enough said, right? But thank you, friends. How are we doing today? And just quickly to my Periscope friends, Wanda, I'm seeing you in two places. To my Periscope friends, I am broadcasting only over here and got the live chat going over here on YouTube. So if you want to participate in our amazing heart-to-heart conversation, I hope you come over there and check it out. But thank you for being here and thank you for listening. And if this message moves you, inspires you, encourages you, please feel free to share it. So how are we doing today, my friends? Hey, Rob, what about that soccer game? Oh my goodness. I was like, I don't know who to root for. I love my UK friends. It was a tough game. I was like, I needed a shower after. And oh, you like the hair? Well, I was actually preparing my food and I tried to get my hair out of my face, or I end up picking it out of my food later. So it was a quick solution to getting my hair out of my way. And there you go. I'm like, okay, let's change it up a little bit. Yes, the game was fantastic. It was a really, really good game. So yeah, we're a soccer family. So we were definitely watching it, and we were seeing there's a soccer bar a few blocks away from our house, and I could see the crowd there. So I was just telling my family, we're going to have to go somewhere to be with other people to watch the next game. So, but good effort, Rob. Anyways, it's just so amazing to see athletes like that, just put everything on the line, everything. Yes. Right? You cheered for Alex Morgan. Yeah, she's great. There you go. There you go, Rob. Even the guys were watching today, huh? Did you give him a hard time? Maybe the ones that were giving you a hard time for watching women's soccer. So anyways, so that was my day actually started out busy. And those of you who follow me on social media might have seen I was doing a video interview early this morning, and of course some client calls, and yes, had some time to watch soccer, and now I'm here. I don't know, this day just keeps getting better. Thank you, Wanda. Yep, this is my favorite color. This is, I think it brings out the blue in my eyes. So thank you, friends. I need to keep you guys around all the time. So if you're here and with us live, please say hello. Please introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from so we can welcome you and invite you to the conversation. We are digging deep today. Are we ready, my friends? We are. You better put on your life jackets. We're going deep. We're going into the deep end of the pool today, but it's going to be good. It usually is. I know, Wanda. I know, my friend. I always think of you. Wanda's not going to like it, but oh well. We're doing backstroke today. Okay, Wanda? We got this. I've been warming up, treading water, just like, okay, making sure everybody's with me, everybody's safe. We're gonna make it across. So I'm playing with you guys. Yes, we're gonna talk about shame today. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. Embracing our shame on the healing journey, right? I can always go back and almost to the time of day when I was processing something really deep that brought up a lot of shame. And because it was such a profound experience, because I knew there was shame, but this is the thing with all emotions. It's all the emotions, right? The first time, especially shame, right? And I'll go into that a bit, why shame is so hard. But once I understood what shame felt like, right? When I was like, oh, so that's the warm wash of shame that they talk about. But in order to really feel it, right, I had to connect with my body. I had to be willing to come back into my body to really be able to navigate it and ride that wave, so to speak. But in the past, it just hijacked me, right? Shame would come in and it would hijack me. And then I'm operating out of my nervous system, fight, flight, or freeze. And, my automatic subconscious protection mode just would take over. And either I'm bolting out of there, or I'm shutting down, or I'm getting angry, right? All right. Hey, Donna, I'm so glad you're popping in here today. You'll watch the replay. You're welcome. I'm sorry you've been having a rough day today. I blame it on the new moon energy today. There's a full solar eclipse. We can't see it here in the United States, but in other parts of the world. But the energy is up. Woo! So I've been preparing for it. Lots of self-care. I've been working out, meditating every day, drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated. This energy flux that's coming through, we are all feeling it, right? Just the hair on the back of our necks standing up. So my heart goes out to you, Donna. I'm so glad that you reached out to the group, that you were being authentic and honest about where you were at. So always thinking of you, always sending you love, my friend. So, and if you're coming back for the replay, I think you will enjoy the card that we drew today. I hear you. It doesn't feel much like progress sometimes. Wanda says, at least I answered the question, right? This year, same issue, but didn't answer last year, right? So huge progress, Wanda, huge, right? And that's what I'm talking about. It isn't until we're willing to face the fear, face and understand it, because fear is a liar. Fear is a liar. Your body isn't lying, but there's a lie that's feeding the fear. Rob, I couldn't get my head around this question, which probably relates to the subject. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. But you're here. You're showing up, right? You got it. You got it. So please be gentle with yourselves, my friends, because talking about these hard feelings is going to bring up some feelings, right? And where do we feel feelings? Is it a head thing? No, it's a body thing, right? It's a body thing. So do whatever you can, right? Cross your midline of your brain, tap, tap, tap. Hey, Chrisanne. So good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Woohoo, Chrisanne is in the house. And keep tapping, right? Because you're feeling it. If we're feeling those big hard feelings, it's in the body, right? We know that. Sometimes we don't always know that. And that's why that training, remembering, putting those sticky notes everywhere. When I start to, feel bad, when I start to pull in, when I start to withdraw, right? There's something happening inside of me that's asking for my attention. Whew. And sometimes we need to borrow, right? Co-regulate from another person that can sit with us and just help us with those deep breaths. Yes, your body is telling you you need to get out of there, or you need to stay safe. So it's sometimes the hardest thing we do, right? And sometimes a little bit of dissociating is okay. If that's what you need to cope with where you're at, more power to you. Yes, exactly. Hugs and love, Chrisanne. We miss you, my friend. We miss you. We miss you. And my trick from our last time together, right? When I was rocking back and forth, right? Learning how to help our bodies, help our nervous system to calm down just enough for us to tap back into the present moment, right? Okay, what's happening right now? I'm okay. I'm safe right here. So, or even do some tapping, my friends, right? Woo. Tap, 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 tap. Right? Just letting the energy pass on through, doing our best, because we are always, 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 everybody, always doing the best they can. That's how I see the world. Yes, Rob. Rockabye baby, right? Or pull out the song, something that moves your energy, moves your heart. Get your essential oils, right? Or get your crystals or your cards. What inspires you? What reminds you? Like this rock feels a little cold still, right? I can't tell you how many years I walked around with crystals in my pockets. This little necklace that I have, the stone is very soothing to touch. It's soft, it's smooth. So remember, use all our senses. And to remember, right, to tell our bodies, I learned to be this way, I'm learning to be different. I learned to be this way, I'm learning to be different, right? Okay. I don't remember that one. Maybe I need to go look it up. That's fun, Rob. Right? So be gentle with yourself, right? And here's the thing about shame, right? When we are open to the possibility of getting to know where it comes from, right? And it's that tricky thing because it can take over our nervous system, right? But the thing when we, like I said, when I got clear about understanding what shame felt like in my body, it also started to become clearer more and more, gain more and more insight into the fact that I was living with shame 24/7. Okay, Rob. All right. I'll bring out the tissues. So, right? So then I started tracking the feeling, like what if I feel this way all the time? No wonder, right? I'm hiding, I'm disconnecting, and what inside of me is feeding that feeling, right? And shame in our nervous system activates, right, the fight, flight, or freeze symptoms, which then puts more stress hormones into our bloodstream, which is living in that for a long time, wears the nervous system out, literally, right? And why so many of us end up getting sick with all kinds of issues related to inflammation, because it's just like we're literally grinding down our nervous system, right, with stress and tension. So be gentle with yourselves, gentle with yourself, right? And again, recognize where that resistance can come up. I hear you. Very good question, Wanda. Thank you so much for asking. She asked, but how do you not feel ashamed about your physical body? It's hard to simply do daily care of body sometimes. Yep, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. That is where the daily action, right? The daily action, because we learned to be this way. We learned how to protect ourselves, right? And we live in the shame that in a body, right, that feels like there's something wrong with it. That's what shame does. No longer is it you did something wrong, but living with shame makes you think you are wrong, you are bad. Not like I did something bad, you are bad. And for so many of us, right, that has turned into self-hatred. I mean, I hated, really did not enjoy this body at all. But with understanding where that shame comes from, Wanda, understanding that you weren't bad, this wasn't your fault, this wasn't your choice, right? The more we acknowledge and help us to separate the thoughts that we have about our body, the feelings that we have about our body, and the truth about our body. It's like your body is beautiful, so wise, incredibly powerful, and good at getting you through life. So baby steps, right? Baby steps. Like, how can we turn to taking care of it? How can I consider the possibility of showing it care, of showing it kindness, of showing it, giving it what it needs, right? Because that's also part of it. We are often very busy because this feels so uncomfortable and so big. We will focus on taking care of others. And so with that gentle willingness, Wanda, right? In the beginning, I'm doing it because it's good for me. Like I've often shared here, I resented taking care of my body. I really did not like my body at all. But then I also knew, right? My children are watching. It's not about what you say, it's about what I do. So that helped me to be willing, even though it was hard in the beginning. And when it's hard, when it becomes when it's on those really hard days, it helped for me to recognize, what is it that I'm thinking? Because there's a thought or something happening inside of me that is feeding that shame. Yes, you are bad. Yes, you were whatever. So again, it's like drilling down to where that came from and that it wasn't your fault, right? And I often tell you guys the story where I walked around with flashcards in my purse for months, where when I started feeling my energy just withdraw and kind of pull inwards, and I can feel the tension, I would pull up my cards because there was something I often didn't know what triggered me. And then I would just start reading off those cards to remind me that what my body was responding to wasn't what was happening. It was from the past. It is hard, Chrisanne. It is hard and it is sad to feel, like you said, disdain towards your body. Exactly. And that's actually where, the inner child work has been very helpful for me personally, because it was harder to love this body as a grown-up. But once I started to connect with my little girl, this little baby girl, this innocent piece of me, this part of me that was living inside of me, when I started connecting with her, it was easier to be loving and kind towards this body, because I know she was feeling the benefit and she was feeling the hurt if I was, not paying attention to what she needed. that a lot of the inner pain and the shame actually was also fed by my inner child. So working with those two things, your body sensations, awareness of your body, and then to communicate with that little girl inside, because she is the one who is like, well, what about this? It's like, yes, sweet girl, I remember it still wasn't your fault. That you are not bad. So, and there is a gift in, well, let me just say this, when our body shows us pain, right, whether it's physical or emotional pain, your body is asking for your attention. Something needs our attention. So, and so much more of it is just to slow down and be present than it is to do something, right? We want to do something because that's what trauma does. It wants you to move away from something. It wants you to shift. It wants you to do something, right? That's fight, flight, or freeze, right? But if you can come back and do your best around, right, both self-regulating and to be present to, I wonder what my body is trying to tell me. I wonder why I'm feeling this way. And like you guys see me do all the time, right? Place your hand on your heart. Right? Maybe do the gentle rocking back and forth. And if you're comfortable with, just in your mind's eye or drop inside quietly, and it's like, hey, sweet body, I am here. I am here. I am here. And that immediately can break up that you are bad, because if I'm that bad, I wouldn't show up for myself, right? But I am willing to show up for this part of me that thinks that she is bad, right? Disgusting, dirty, all the words that you guys can think of. But to come to myself with warmth. I may not know exactly what to say or how to fix it in the moment, but here is my hand on my own body. And just notice, right? For some people, this is even too much. And that is definitely one of the hardest things about childhood trauma. If we've lived in shame for such a long time, it is hard to ask your body to relax, to come into something it doesn't know what it looks like, it doesn't know what it sounds like, it doesn't know what it feels like, right? Although I know I'm not in danger of being touched, the thoughts of it, of I don't take care of my body, no one will touch me, even though it didn't work then I feel like I'm crazy. I hear you. I hear you. Exactly. It is like this. It is like this. Absolutely, Wanda. And again, that's where, the inner child work was so powerful. And you being, willing to try, right? Because we're looking for possible ways to reconnect with our bodies. Willing to try, how can I connect with myself and heal and support myself? Is that as we choose, I am willing to learn about myself. I'm willing to understand myself better. You choosing willingness, you choosing curiosity, it's an opening. It's you developing or honoring, that witness part, right? That part of us that we in our mindfulness course have been talking about, the part of you that's always present for yourself inside, is to connect with that part and to start to show up, right? And in the beginning, it felt like I was making it up, right? okay, I don't know what exactly this is going to do, but the person who suggested I explore inner child work, I trusted that person, right? They look like it had worked for them. So I started to explore that for me. Okay, I need to learn to take better care of my body. How can I do that? What does that look like? Even though inside of my body was like, right? If you start taking care of this body, what's going to happen? Right? So in the beginning, it's a lot of this. So I hear you, Wanda. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So the more we can understand where those crazy thoughts are coming from, right? How can we share it with a safe person? How can we get it out? How can I get a reality check, right? How can we, right, bring the light in here? Like I posted on social media today, shame cannot tolerate being spoken of. So when we talk about shame, we immediately change the energy around it. We've exposed it. We have exposed the lie, right? Because the fact that I'm not good and not worth of loving and care, it's bullshit, right? But part of me inside, the little girl inside of me, she didn't know that until I had to continue to show up. I had to, right? It is a lot of raw hurt and it's a lot of pain. And again, some of that deep work we don't do alone. We do it, right? Body to body, heart to heart, right? Learn to navigate those inner critical, toxic thoughts and how they feed the shameful feelings. And as we do, as we speak it, we hear ourselves say it, and we get feedback from other people, right? You share something and you get validated. I'm sorry that happened to you. It wasn't your fault. So it is by doing, by practicing, and just right opening up that window just a little bit at a time. So please, my friend, if you're really, really feeling it today, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, right? Maybe do some tapping on your chest or on your hand. Put your hand on your heart. And, right, and that toxic thought in our mind for so long, you're bad, you're broken, right? You're bad, you're broken. That was mine. Mine was you're bad, you're broken, you're stupid, right? Why bother? You're bad, you're broken, you're stupid. Ugh, right? I can still feel just the weight of that. No, nope, nope, nope. I'm not bad. Bad things happen to me. I'm not broken. I was burdened to the breaking point by hard experiences because I didn't have support. I didn't have helpful people around me helping me, talking about it, feeling my feelings, expressing the hurt, the rage, the anguish. And I'm not stupid. Nope. I don't know everything, but I know who I am. I know who I am. I now know what I am. And I know why I'm here. And I know why I keep showing up doing the work I do. And again, over and over, right? Separating the thinking I'm crazy. These are crazy thoughts. You're not crazy. Those are crazy thoughts. You're not crazy. Right? I felt bad. I'm not bad. Yes. Hugs all around, my friends. So, right, remember to have a lot of compassion for ourselves during these moments when we feel stuck and we're having those, right, big, hard feelings. We feel like we won't ever heal those deep wounds and that it's never going to go away. We all go through those phases. We all have those doubts. You're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're a part of this community. I'm so glad you're here listening to this conversation. Again, speaking to shame makes shame go away. And I know it takes time. It takes time, it takes time, it takes time. But you're worth that time, my friends. You are worth that time. You are worth that energy. You are worth that commitment to yourself and to knowing the truth. So I'm going to lean in here and ask, let's see, the 2 questions that we asked in our community today. What do you do to protect your shame and your wounds? And what kind of support do you have in place to help you work through the pain of your shame? And thank you, Wanda. She shared with us, a great deal of my shame is related to my body, and to that degree, I haven't taken the best care of it. I'm beginning to alter my eating habits intentionally now from a whole new perspective. I would only eat if I was hungry. I didn't exercise on a regular basis, and not to mention the artificial stimulus to dull the pain that I've subjected my body to. Gaining knowledge on the effect of trauma has had in my mind concerning my body, right? Changing my eating habits and intentionally creating a healthy lifestyle. Yes, yes, my friend, Wanda. And you're doing a beautiful job. You're doing a beautiful job, right? And I know how, I was so embarrassed for such a long time. I'm like, I didn't know how to do some of the basics. Like you said, I only ate if I was really, really hungry, or I would work myself into exhaustion, right? Those were my coping skills. That's how I avoided because I wasn't feeling my body, right? I just avoided it at all costs. So you're doing a beautiful job. You are doing a beautiful job, Wanda, right? The understanding that you have, and that you are creating new habits around eating healthy food and moving your body and meditating and resting. These are all the skills and the training tools that you need for this marathon that healing is. Yes, exactly. It's like it's like those things that we almost need to do parallel. We're strengthening our body for this trauma healing. So these things are both going to come in together, my friend, and you will reap the benefits, the reward. Trust me, my friend. Just keep doing what you're doing. And one day it clicks, right? For a long time, I resented taking care of my body. Taking time to eat healthy? What do you mean? I'll just grab something on the go, right? Taking time to go work out, I'm too busy working, right? I can't slow down for that. But once I slowly started shifting, it actually was like, this is how I'm demonstrating my value. This is how I'm demonstrating my worth. This is what love and respect feels like and looks like and sounds like, right? A lot of the things that we are learning to shift about how we think and see ourselves. So you're doing a good job, Wanda. You are doing a good job. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you, right? Because it is like, sometimes it is. It feels like a full-time job, right? And here's the thing, the full-time job, we should have been given all this knowledge and place to practice all these things as children, right? How do we master each of these developmental skills to understand our body? When am I hungry? How do I feed myself? How much sleep do I need, right? But when we didn't have a safe environment to really kind of be parented through these skills, it is a full-time job. Yes, Chrisanne. But it's a full-time job now that we enjoy, right? I no longer resent having to take care of my body. I enjoy taking care of it. It's been through enough. You're welcome, Wanda. I am so proud of you. And you're gonna make me cry. Good tears. And I will tell you that as often as you need to hear it, and that goes for anyone here. You are courageous souls, my friends. You are. This isn't an easy journey. And I honor anyone who says, that's it, I'm out, can't do it. It's okay with me, right? I honor your choices, your journey, your process. So we will keep saying, we are proud of you and we're proud of each other, right? Because we didn't hear it growing up. We did not hear that growing up. And again, this is where we reparent ourselves. We take ourselves through the childhood, those childhood needs, right? Getting those needs met, supporting your inner child, throwing the tantrums. Like, no, I don't like that I have to go to sleep. I don't like that I can't just eat cake all day, right? At my 9-year-old self. I want pizza all the time, every dinner, my inner teenager, right? So that's when I, as a parent, step in. Hey, sweet girl, I know pizza is awesome, but we can have pizza once a week, right? Or no, we need our sleep, right? To that loving and firm parent, the loving, firm, and kind parenting. That's you, Rob. It's all right, my friend. You are developing your inner parent, aren't you? Aren't you? Because our inner child and our bodies, we actually thrive in a little bit of structure. When we know what to expect, 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 right? Just like I'm raising a teenager right now. It's like, Mom, can I have this? Yes, but first this, then that. I don't like to say no, but I say plenty of no's. But yes, you can have that. But you know what? This First work, then play, right? First healthy food, then your treat. First do the chores, then video games, right? And that's how we're parenting ourselves. That is it. That is it. So thank you, Wanda. Thank you for your courageous sharing, for being vulnerable, and for being honest. It's a shit show sometimes. It's like, what the heck? Feels too hard. I know. So Donna shared with us, and she gave me permission to share. She says, yesterday and today, especially today, have been incredibly difficult. She says, I need to step up to the plate and handle something that is ripping me apart. The excuse I use to protect my shame and my wound is I can't do it. It's the part of me that rests in the belief that there is nothing left. The support I've been trying to reach for is my mindfulness practice. Thoughts are just thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. We don't have to act on our thoughts. She says, today I'm beaten, I feel broken, and very, very sad. I'm sorry, my friend Donna. I'm sorry. I'm glad you shared in the group. There's a long list of replies and support from our community. It is hard. It is hard. It is hard. Yes, we are sending you lots of love, lots of hugs. And I just want to honor in all of that, you still went ahead and shared with us, which is, right, a huge sign that you reaching out for support is, right, you're letting in the light, you're letting in the hope, you're reaching out for some validation, right? So I hear you, my friend. I hear you. Yes, thoughts are just thoughts, but those feelings, right, when they are just running through our system, it's hard sometimes just to sit and hold the space for them. Hey, Claire. Hey, friend. So I am very, very sorry to hear you're having a hard time, but we believe in you. And you're doing a beautiful job. You are doing a beautiful job. I hear you, Chrisanne. She says, I let my shame hold me back from reaching out. Yeah, I get it. Can you guys relate? Show of hands, anybody, right? Yep. And that is, usually, was my cue when I'm like, no, I can't, I have no one to talk to. Like, I can't share this with anybody. That would usually be my cue that shame has come to visit, right? Like, I'm isolating, I'm withdrawing. And again, that's response in your body. You're tipping into overwhelm, right? From within the fight or flight part, you're still, okay, this is hard, I can navigate this. And when we tip into overwhelm, then I can't, and we've disconnected from our logical brain. We're just retreating into safety, doing what we think is safe. And being vulnerable, when we feel vulnerable, does not feel safe. Risking that, right? So, I hear you, my friends. This is a tough one. It is. So I just pulled out one of my quotes to share with you guys, right? I'm a queen of quotes. Remember, this is Peter Levine, right? Trauma is not what happens to us. I know some of you guys have heard this before, right? Good. Awesome. Right? Emotional health. Good. Yes, we have to feel it. And how do we learn to feel our feelings? By feeling them. by feeling them. So, but Chrisanne, I was going to read this, quote for you too, but exactly. And Wanda's asking you, how can we support you? You are here, right? You are here. You show up. That is it. Like, I'm just going to show up. I may not know what I need or how to ask for it, but I'm going to show up. Trauma is not what happens to us, but what we hold inside in the absence of an empathetic witness. So, right, not what happens to us, but what we hold inside in the absence of an empathetic witness. That's Peter Levine. So, when we show up here, you're being witnessed. We see you. We hear you. You matter. You belong. And as we are learning to help our bodies, right, to identify the shame, to learn to come and to support ourselves. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Right? What does empathetic witness and support look like to you? What does it sound like to you? Right? It's someone leaning in, right? With warmth. They see you. We don't turn away. I don't turn away. I can't make it go away right now, but I will sit here. And I love, sweet Wanda, how you keep saying that a lot in our group. I love it, right? I don't know what you need right now, but I'm going to be here with you. I'm sitting with you. Because the truth is, no one knows exactly what you need. Only you do. Inside of you, right? You do. And for most of us, when we are able to come back to ourselves, whichever way we do that, and once the dust settles and things calm down a little bit, we can sit back and, yeah, I think this is what I need. I think this is what I need. That's the first step, to acknowledge it, right? And then to ask for what we need. Either we can take care of it for ourselves, or we ask a trusted friend. So anything else that I can say or support you with right here, right now, today? And remember, right, our self-compassion piece of our healing is so important, right? The self-compassion helps us to remember, right, to be kind to ourselves, not judge ourselves, right? To be connected, to learn to be present, to come back enough to know, how can I reach out for support? This is a hard feeling that I'm having. I'm feeling shame. Shame is hard. Shame is not good to isolate. But you get to choose who is a safe person for you to share the things that maybe are bringing about shame for you, right? So be loving instead of judging yourself. Reach out for support instead of isolating. And then we do our best to be mindful instead of letting the mind spin out into, right, rumination and worry. We start to recognize the symptoms in our body, the symptoms in our mind, and how that feels. How can I come back into this present moment? Even if I'm just coming back to listening to my breath, even if I'm just gonna come and notice how my body responds to my breath. Or how can I go for a walk, right? Notice things around me. to be here in this present moment, where we can maybe assess the reality of what's going on. Yeah, this is a big feeling that is being asked to be seen and heard, so I can let it go, so I can release it, so I can speak the truth about it. And you guys do such a beautiful job supporting each other. Just so lovely to see. So my friends, of course, I've got a beautiful card for us for today. One day she woke up and decided to believe, right? That's part of it. To believe in ourselves, to believe that we can heal, to believe we are inherently good, and to realize you get to choose what you believe. You get to choose, right? And when you choose what you believe, right, you can start to live out of those beliefs and take the ones that are not serving you, put in some new good ones. So thank you, my sweet friends. Please, please, please be gentle with yourselves for the rest of this evening. Do something that helps to soothe and calm and nurture yourself in whichever way that feels right to you. So, but this is the hard heart work of healing, right? We cannot heal and thrive without feeling our feelings and feeling some of the hard feelings too. So with that, I want to say goodbye this evening. Thank you again so much for being here, for sharing so courageously. I will not be here on Thursday. Thursday is our 4th of July, right? So this is it for the week. So sorry, my friends who are not celebrating 4th of July. But I will see you in the Facebook group, and I will see you on social media. And I will be back here, same time, same place, Tuesday next week, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, if this conversation inspired you and supported you in some way, please give me a thumbs up over here on YouTube. And thank you for the hearts over here on Periscope. And please share this conversation with anybody that might need some support. So, and as always, we welcome anybody that wants to join us. The more, the merrier. So thank you, sweet friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Have a beautiful rest of the day. It was so good to see you, Chrisanne. Don't be a stranger. Hey, Nora, I had the feeling you were here. See, like I tell my clients, once you're in, you're in. I can feel you. I know you're here. So thank you, Nora. Good to see you. Have a good evening, my friends. Enjoy your holiday week and weekend. Be safe. See you soon. Bye now.